Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to understand the LeetCode problem number 3379, transform array. Okay, so very first, imagine every element in an array telling you to jump somewhere else, left or right. Okay, and the array wraps around a circle. So sounds very simple, but one small mistake with the circular indexing can break your entire solution. So today we are going to break down this problem, and we will do with very simple steps, and I'll explain the intuition, and then we'll go with the Java code. So please keep watching. Okay, so very first, what the question is saying that. So we have given what an integer array called nums. Okay, and our task is to create a array called this result or output. Okay, so for every index I of this array, we must move inside an array based on the value stored at that element. You can say, if I'll go with the I, so this is called nums at I, because we know that this is an array. So each index I that start is from 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are the indices, means the indices I will start from 0. So it is saying for every index I, either 0, 1, 2 or 3, we must move inside this array based on the value nums at I. Okay, so what is the rule that we'll understand. The very first, if the value is positive means if nums at I, right, if nums at I is greater than 0, means the value is positive, means the element value is positive. It means we have to move right. What we need to do? Move right. Okay, if the value is, if it is positive, okay, if it is negative, means if the nums at I is less than 0, it means what we need to do? We have to move left. Okay, this is what we have to do. So if this array is circular, so we will move right and left. So the array is circular. Now it is saying if nums at I is equal to 0, set result I to nums at I. That we will do later, but think that the array is circular, so the number of steps equal the absolute value of the element. It means this is what the question is saying. Okay, so after moving, you copy the value from the destination index in the result index. So this is what we will do guys here, right? So once we will do the moving, we have to copy the value from the destination index into the array index. But if the value of the given nums at I, if it is positive, we have to move to the right side. If we have negative, we have to move to the left side. The array is circular, right? Then the number of steps equal the absolute value of the element. Okay, what I said, number of steps equal, right? If it is equal the absolute value of that element. Okay, when the array is circular. Okay, once these are done, it means then we will set result at I is to num. Means after moving these activities, we copy the value from the destination index into the result array, we can say that. Okay, so what does circular mean here? Let me tell you. Okay, so what does mean the circular here? If we move beyond the last index, right, let's suppose the array we have given, right, and there will be many indexes will be there, right? So if we'll keep moving till the last, right, if we move beyond the last index and we wrap we wrap back to the start, right? Means from once we come here, so it should not come here. If it is comes directly to this index again, it means this is a circular, because we started from here, we gone to the end, we again came back to the here, right? So if we move before index 0, we wrap the end, correct? So think the array is as a ring, okay, instead of a straight line, as simple as possible. Okay, so let's understand using an example. Let's say we have an element 2, -1 and 1. Can we say that? What is the length? Length is 3, correct? So when we say array index 0, so array index is, we say 0, right? So the value of index is 2. So the value of index is 2. Since it is positive, we have to move to right, correct? So when we'll move to right, 2 steps. How many steps? 2 steps. So in the step 1, we will get what? When we start at where? Start at 0, right? Start at 0 index, start at 0 index. Step 1, we have to do index 1. We're talking about this one. Then we'll go with the step 2, index 2, right? So we land at index 2 here, and the value is we have here. Now we copy that value into the result. It means result at 0 is nothing but nums at 2, that is 1 here. I hope you understand, right? Then let's suppose we will move from here. Now we will move from this 0, and then we'll reach to this index, another index. Let's call this index as this one, okay, as a 1. And the value is what we have is -1. Negative means we have to move left 1 step. So we'll move left 1 step, right? It means if we'll start at 1, we need only 1 step, and we'll reach to index 0. It means here result at 0, rather than now it is 1 is equal to nums at 0, which is 2. Then we'll come to the step 3. Let's suppose the index 2 will reach here. The value at the index 2 is 1, right? So we have to move to the 1 step right, but we don't have anything, right? Correct? So we have to move 1 step right, and we started at index 2, right? So we have to wrap to the index 0. So like this, we will come here, and this will land to the index 0. So when we come to index 0 wrapping, we will wrap it and will index 0, means we will come to nums at 2, right? So the nums at 2 will become what is result at 2, we can say that, right? So result as 2 is nothing but nums at 0, and so the value is 2. So the answer will become 1, 2, 2. Okay. Okay guys, so if we'll talk about the, let's call result, right? The result, now the result will hold what? It will hold 1, 2, 2. This is what the final answer will be there, right? As you can see this example, if you pause this and if you go this example, this will work like this itself. So think about the, I'll show you first code, then we'll come here, okay, how I've developed, so you can easily understand the intuition, guys. Okay, so as you can see, very first we'll go through this array nums, we'll find the result n, equal to nums.length, we will create a result here, and with the same size we have to go for with the one pass. So we'll get one element at a time, and we will decide the move. How we'll decide the move? This is the value we have, I plus move, and then divide by not divide, absolute value will take. So the new index we have to find, actually it means new index is less than 0, right? What we need to do, and if it is positive value, what we need to do. Okay, so like that we have to move left or right, we can say that. So the intuition behind this solution is like each element represents a jumps. Okay, what it is saying, each element represents a jump instruction from its index. What is the index? Index is I. Okay, so instead of physically moving step by step, we can directly calculate the destination index mathematically, and that we can do by I plus move. We can take the mod n, and that will come the new index, right? So in this way we can find the new value of the result, right? And we can update directly, right? So if you simulate each step, the solution can become slow, and we can use modulo arithmetic to jump instantly here. Okay, this is why we use to find the new index here. Okay, so this part we can say is very important as compared to any writing the code. Okay, basically we do the index plus nums at I, so we'll do the sum, and then we'll take the mod with the n. Okay, but there is one problem, right? Java Modulo can return negative numbers, right? So to fix that, we have created this part. So new index is less than 0, right? And so we'll say new index plus, and we'll do n, right? So now the index always stay inside the array bounds, right? So we know that array bounds is only between 0 to n minus 1, correct? So when we do new index plus 1, so the array index always stay inside this array bounds, correct? And so the result will always come from the array, from each index of the array it will come. I hope now you are understanding. Okay, now coming to the complexity things, right? So let's analyze the performance first. So we have taken one for loop here, right? So for one pass, so we process each element only once, or each element will come as a move, right? And we will process only one time. It means it will take what? O of n time as a time complexity, guys. And we are only using result to store as a new result output, we can say, because it's return type this, right? And we are storing here each element, so it will also take O of n time for the resulting array. So the most people, let me clean it. Okay, so most people can do the common mistake is many developers forget this part, negative module handling, right? And let's suppose if we do, let's suppose -1, then we'll take the mod 3, it will take -1, but the array index cannot be negative, right? We know that we have to go with from 0 to n-1 only. Okay, it means if we will not handle the negative numbers, right, then how we can do that? We can do only by adjusting the plus n, so it will give always the positive value, correct? So if let's suppose if we want to move one pointer at a time in a different approach, and so the thing is that will become easy for understanding, for seeing that we can do. But problem is that if you try one pointer at a time, right, it will give you O of n square. So that is not worth, right? That possibilities, that approach is not good. But this approach is perfect because that will take O of n square and it will fail for the large input also, right? If you will try, let's suppose loop based movement with the wrapping, that will also be a clear than the manual pointer tracking. But the problem is that it is also slower than the direct math that we are doing here. Okay, so the best approach is direct jump modulo. We are doing the direct jump modulo, and it is a fast, clean, and it's good for the interview also. So what I will say for the interview's perspective is that if the interviewer will ask for the intuition and says this, each element represent a circular jump from its index, right? So instead of simulating each step, we use a modular arithmetic here like this, right, to directly compute destination efficiently, right? Like that we can say. Okay, so if any interviewer will ask for the intuition, just say this, that each element represent a circular jumps in from its index, right? Let's suppose if we have at index I, so it will, let's or the last, right, it can go directly to the index this or this, wherever, right? Means each array element represents a circular jumps from its index instead of simulating each step. So we use modular arithmetic to directly compute the destination index efficiently, as we can do here by using the plus. It will handle in the inbound, okay, of the array indexes. That's all I have in this video, guys. In case if you are struggling with learning DSA, right, you can join my online classes. You can also learn Java from me, right? Already classes are going on. You can inquire about the class and you can join our running classes. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.